Hi, my name is Robert Sliger. I'm the creative director here at Elusive Disc and the designer and art director for Impex Records. Today I'd like to give a short breakdown of some of the design ideas that I brought to our one-step edition of Patricia Barber's Nightclub. The original design of Nightclub was done by Patricia Barber's longtime art director, Mare Early. She does an amazing job here of combining color, form, and photography in a very upscale looking package that beautifully evokes the mood and presence of Patricia Barber's music. I love the almost fashion magazine quality of this rendition. The beautiful evocative photography, Patricia Barber hard at work in the moment, creating amazing music for her listeners. The inside of the jacket, which is beautifully high gloss UV coated, has a wonderful photo of Patricia lounging out with her signature glass. And the notes. These colors, the yellow, this burnt orange, and this very, very light pale blue are absolutely amazing. And I realized just immediately upon seeing the original version that I had a great playground to work with for our one-step. Premonition Records, who licensed the music to us, does have a mandate where we need to follow, for the most part, the original design of the records. They don't want us to go in and make it completely different, but they're flexible about allowing us to make it our own, just keeping to the spirit of the original. So, as with all one-steps, we begin with the slipcase. We came up with the idea of the slipcase for these to evoke the shellacs in the early 78s when records were just getting started. We like that old school vintage feel that you get with these. Our first one, which was for Cafe Blue, also by Patricia Barber, we used a very, very nice cloth covering. But our longtime printer, Stoughton Printing, the greatest LP printing plant in the world, was concerned that foil stamping wouldn't work so well within the fabric. So the original one, we had actually screen printed a metallic ink on it. It looked good, but it wasn't what I really wanted. I wanted the stamping. So what we did was we decided to move over from cloth to paper. And what a great idea. If you look back to this photo here, she's sitting on a leather couch. And when you think about jazz clubs, especially in Chicago and New York, you get that idea of the dark, smoky room with evocative low lighting and an artist in a single spotlight on a stage. And you're sitting in these just old, worn leather couches. And we wanted that to be the first impression you had when you pull this record out to play it. You're gonna pull it out and you're gonna think, oh, the leather. So because we used paper on this one, we were allowed to do the foil stamping. And that was fantastic because the teal that we're using here very closely resembles and certainly evokes the tone and the feel of that original. And teal and brown are just, the best together. I mean, really? Yes, awesome. So from the inside of the case, you notice then that the Impex one-step looks very, very similar to the original. There's some minor photo touch-ups here that I did to warm up the skin and the palette just a tiny bit, but I really, really wanted to just match Mare's beautiful choice of coloration here. So we have it there. One of the differences between an Impex one-step and the originals that we are going to reissue on it is the removal of information from the back of the jacket. Because the record is put into a slipcase, you can't go to the store and read the song titles and the credits on the record anyways. And I just prefer, as a designer, a cleaner appearance. Less clutter, less clean. Again, definitely nothing at all wrong with the beautiful typesetting, the beautiful use of contrast and the coloration on the back of the original. But there's just something about evoking the entire idea of the record on the back only and leaving the titles and the credits and the production information to the inside. With the Impex one-step, we want you to explore the package. We want you to have the package open, looking through the booklets, looking through, reading the information while the music plays behind you. When you take the printed material and mix it in with the audio presentation, it creates a closer connection to Patricia and her work. This is very, very important for us with an upscale product such as this at this price point. So this is the first of the changes. Also, I just love, love, love how you can get the title of the record from the first phrase of Patricia Barber's beautiful note. Just absolutely, what a win to grab this. As we go to the inside of the Impex 1STEP, first opening thing, we noticed the same photo was on the inside of the Premonition original, but in this time I've actually removed the thanks and the credits and put the song titles here since they're not on the back. But I kept the thank yous there because the thank yous are a very important connection of the artist and the people that matter to them as they make their product, and it should be highlighted in a more visible area. Also on the inside, we begin to see one of our unofficial trademarks here at Impex Records, the use of what we call spot gloss. Now, for those of you who don't know, the outside of our records, and many records, are glossed, but they're glossed all over the entire surface. What we like to do is add emphasis to certain elements and hide special Easter eggs on the inside of the record with the use of gloss in only limited areas. So if you see here, as I go move this up and down, you'll see that the numbers are all glossed. They're all glossed, and then hidden in plain sight are 3 dots and ellipses. Ellipses between 1 and 2, 2 and 3, and 3 and 4. The sly little joke I'm making here is that the numbers with the ellipses represents counting in of a song. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when I've seen that written in scores, I've seen ellipses between the numbers. And so that's what we're paying homage to here. Also, we are also spot glossing the frame. What this does is it makes the matte coating and the dryness of the photo with the matte coating more prevalent. It also helps to line it up with the other Impex 1STEP trademark, and that is that the spot gloss is only on the outside text information and again the border of this. For the same effect, we are highlighting the 1STEP logo, the band, and the Impex logo because we like ourselves. Impex 1STEPs are printed in what's called a monster pack. It's a very clever name, but basically what it is it's a tip-on gatefold jacket with a slightly wider spine, and then inside they have attached a regular, what we call direct-to-board printed inner sleeve. So we have 3 total sleeves. Fun fact, we have a 1STEP coming up, hopefully in 2023, maybe 2024. We're really shooting for 2023. That's going to have a 4-sleeve monster pack. Ooh. We use the inner sleeve, which is lighter, to hold the booklet. I really like the idea that I don't have to fumble around on the inside of the jacket between the booklet and the record to pull the record out. Our solution was to use these, and again, thanks to our partner at Stoughton Printing for recommending this particular type of packaging because we really like it. The booklet veers a little bit away from this beautiful light blue tone that we're using on the jacket. We bring up one of the other theme colors, which is green. Again, spot gloss, which is used in an intentional way on the inside of the booklet, which I'll indicate in a minute. For this project, we weren't given any materials other than the photos and the text that was provided on the CD and the original LP. So because of that, we had to take these elements and do our best with them. Integrate the elements that we had in a way that did a great job of tying us to the music that's on the record and also the look and feel of the original jacket and of course our project as well. We went for a very light field green, spot glossed on the front. And this rectangle, which spreads across this spread, is a design element that we repeat throughout the booklet, using the spot gloss in a very intentional way to bring it up. So we only had Patricia's note and we had the CD and the LP photos. So what we did was we found creative and artistic ways, I think beautiful ways, of integrating these elements. What you'll see better when you get your copy of Nightclub on Impex 1STEP from Elusive Disc is how we intentionally use that spot gloss on the inside of the booklet. You see on this page a little bit that the gloss is creeping up that green, rectangle. And notice also how the rectangle highlights particular parts of Patricia's face. We want to, it's her voice and it's her playing, and the face and the eyes are the windows of the soul. So we wanted to make sure that I positioned the photos in a way that highlighted the area that we wanted to bring attention to. Here we go. Her note continues here. We just spread that single note across the whole thing. We just made the photos as big as we possibly could to fill in these spreads, and they actually came out really nice. These are very beautifully printed. Goes on, spot gloss gets taller, and then we get to the punchline. That all these great things, the connection between artist and audience, only happens, it is the province of the nightclub. We tie the quotes here to here at the end. And on the last spread, we put in all of the production information, both the original and of course the Impex version, highlighting all the people that make an amazing recording and an amazing sounding one step like this possible. So those are some of the design elements and thought processes that I went into when designing this exclusive Impex 1STEP. There is so much more about the design process, and I would love to go much deeper into it for you, but we're gonna have to keep that for another video. Really, really love working with this label. I love my collaboration with President A.B. Fawn and with Elusive Disc. It's fabulous, the resources that are available to us so that we can pass those on through our productions to our customers. Everybody in our industry makes great sounding records. We believe that Impex sets itself apart through the strenuous attention to detail and design and experience with our records. I'm so happy to see other members of our community upping their game as well, because in the end, all of these extra efforts benefit you. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of great content about audio, hardware, and software. Software is like the music that you listen to, records and stuff. And we'd sure love to see you. If you have any comments, please leave them below. Thanks so much for watching.